Hey Vibers, it's Anisha from the 5 Years of 40 podcast and community, and welcome to day 5 of our amazing month of August. All this month, I'll be coming and doing these little daily check-ins with you, talking to you about authenticity and taking massive action. 2 tools I think can really help us to just push on through the remainder of this 2020. I don't even know if it's to call it a year, but anyhow, 2020, and continue on our journey towards a fascinating and fabulous life. Now, on day 5, we are talking about authenticity in your career. And because career is one of our pillar topics. Our pillar topics are health and finances, relationships, and career. So today we're talking about how you can be more authentic at work. Now, authenticity suggests that you should be showing up as your real self and being who you are and who you're meant to be in the world. And that's wonderful. Oftentimes that is linked to your values or things that you value. So you might believe in being a supportive person. You might believe in treating everybody with respect. You might believe in giving everybody a fair hearing. But what is really, really, really important is that when it comes to work, you have to remember that the organization is like a living thing for itself. So the organization will also have its own values and its own ideas, its own culture, its own norms. And so a really great way to be authentic at work is to just check to see maybe your company has it officially, or maybe they do not have it officially, and you can observe if it's not official, like if they don't have what the core values are written up somewhere, or most companies have it on a plaque or something, and they don't have that, you could kind of observe based on culture, based on how people behave, what core values would be. And a great way to gauge how you can be authentic is to see if those align with your core values. So again, if you're supportive or if you're generous with praise or whatnot, see how those things line up. And it's amazing if it does, because if your core values and their core values match up, all you need to do is just amplify that, and amazing experience, right? If it's not, or if it's not practiced, or practiced not often or whatever, then it's an opportunity for you to see how you can shift around, maybe push is not the wrong word, because we're not about pushing nothing, but you can help other people to understand your values, or just introduce a new idea to them. Because I really believe that we're all here for very specific reasons. We're on this face of this for very specific reasons. We have something to do. You have something to do. You have somebody to help, somebody to heal, something to fix, and don't shy away from it. And you just have to kind of figure out what makes you, zing, and then you'll be able to know why you're here and to just go ahead and do it. Because I believe that we all have reasons for being on the face of this earth. I can't pull myself away from that belief. Okay, so in continuing the conversation about authenticity at work, now a really great way you can help when you figure out what your core values are and what a company's core values are is to remain open-minded. So if it matches up, wonderful. Be open-minded. Think about creative ways you can help to promote that and amplify it. And if it's not, be open-minded, because figure out how you can help to create a culture that you would love to work in. I know that it's hard. Culture change takes decades sometimes, because especially if it's an older organization and a cult, they have a specific way of doing things already. It's hard to change it, but it's not impossible. Hard is not impossible. I heard that from a cartoon of my daughter, one of my daughter's cartoons. Hard is not impossible. I'm like, yes, teach them. So anyhow, an open-mindedness kind of shows up like if you might do something a specific way and somebody doesn't do that way. It is not being frustrated and getting like, why is this person doing that? Because I know that happens to me. Like sometimes if I believe something should be handled in a certain way and it doesn't, I'm like, well, why? It's so obvious that this is the way it's fixed or should be fixed. But obvious to me is not obvious to somebody else. And on top of that, the idea of obvious is really just my ego. So sometimes you have to check your ego at the door, because other people have the right to do the things they have to do, and everybody does things differently. There are things that I might do that you may not like doing or could do, and there are things that you could do that I can't even get near, like calculating compound interest. Thank God for my sister. I have a sister that works in the bank. Bless her little heart. But all I'm saying is, let's not get distracted. All I'm saying is, a great way to show up authentically is to be as open-minded as possible. If you're in an organization that you love, that you're thriving in, that you're living your very best dreams, I love that for you. I celebrate that for you. I'm so excited. And continue shining your light, because we need it. And if you're in an organization where you might be having frustrations and things like that, you remember that your frustration, it's tiring. I know it could be tiring at sometimes, but most of the times the thing that drives us crazy are the things that we're here to fix. So be open-minded and say, well, listen, if I was responsible for leading change, if I had any chance at all to make it different, what would I do? And start thinking about that, and start sharing that. If you can't share it in a major meeting, share it with small people. You never know, just one conversation could shift somebody's life. Like I truly believe this, that you could shift the thinking by expressing what you feel and how you do. And remember, you're very valuable wherever you go, whatever's happening, in whatever organization you are an unrepeatable miracle. That's how Lisa Nicholas says it. You are. And keep serving the world in the amazing way you do, and wear your mask and keep doing the most, guys. Bye.